talking about fire, right? Don't do this at home, students. But if you set something on fire, you get heat and light.
Yeah.
These are kind of energy. So put your hands down for now. Hang on just a minute. I'm going to explain this. This is where we get our energy, okay? So coal and oil, if you set them on fire and you burn them, what are the two things that you get?
I guess you get heat though.
You sure do get heat when you set them on
Carbon
fire.
dioxide.
You can also get light because fire is bright, right? Especially if you're in a dark room. So, fuels contain chemical energy which is transferred to electrical energy in this process. So some power stations use nuclear fuel, we're going to talk about that in a little bit, which makes use of the enormous amount of energy that's available when you take some unstable atoms and you get them moving around, and then you can get some energy. So I actually have a video that's going to explain a little bit of that for us. Another source of electricity comes from electrical cells and batteries. Have we used batteries before in this class?
Oh yes.
For what, Zeke?
We made circuits to make things work.
Yeah.
And that's the same as home when we use batteries to like charge our phones and iPads and things.
Yes, indeed, exactly. So we use batteries and cells all the time for this.
What kind of like old school like here? What kind of everyone here? And like there was a little magnet and something like I don't know, but like the magnet touch it, it's burning.
Yes, actually. Yeah, do you remember what it touched?
Yeah, it's just I remember the one with the can.
Yeah, so if you,
Yeah, that one.
yeah, if you touch a big battery like a D battery to steel wool, that's the kind of stuff that you use to scrub, usually especially an old pan or a cast iron pan, and it can catch on fire. I actually did that with some students on Wednesday. What else were you saying?
One time, like raised frog moment, like when you have something that electricity is electricity, like someone did fire just there was fire and now there is like.
Do you think that was a smart idea to have fire that close to something that generates electricity?
I don't know who there was someone that after like oh, I know something else.
So let's hang on for a minute. We will tell a couple stories at the end. I also wanted to mention to you guys, we're going to talk about measuring energy. But before we do that, I want to tell you something that I think you guys are going to think pretty cool. Many of the measurements used in electricity are named after scientists who made important contributions to the subject. For instance, the watt, have you guys heard of a watt in a bulb? It's a 60-watt bulb. The watt gets its name from James Watt, the Scottish engineer who invented the first efficient steam engine. The joule is named after the English physicist James Joule, who studied energy transfer and the link between electricity and heat. So if you want something to get named after you, you should become a scientist and discover something cool, because then you can name it after yourself. That sound like a good idea?
It would be called Ezekiel cell.
Yeah, the Ezekiel cell or the Ezekiel power plant or something like that. What do you want to say?
I forgot my water bottle.
Outside out here. So I do want to talk a little bit about how to measure energy. It's measured in units called joules. The rate at which a device transfers energy from one form to another is known as its power. And that is then measured by watts and transferred every second. So think about the light bulbs that you guys have in your house. Do you guys have some? Don't look up at it too long because it's really bright. Do you guys have something that looks like this? Or do you have some of the long skinny ones? Or do you have one of those little compact ones that come from IKEA? You go to a little lamp and they're really small, really bright. What kind of light bulbs do you guys have in your house? I'll give you an example.
We have big,
Things like that?
We have those ones.
Yeah.
We have like the one that are stick and like
It's like up and hold.
yeah, and we have I have one like that. And I was in the movies. We have like
rooms.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of times they're in kitchens and
we
bathrooms.
have really big white ones and bright ones. And then my uncle and we went to in our grandma's house. We went to the gym and then until we turned on the light and it was big.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
There are all kinds of different light bulbs. So everyone listen carefully. We even have one in our living room where when you turn it on, it's not very bright right away. Some of them come on and they shock you. And then some of them have to warm up. Does anyone have something like that in their house too, where it starts off really low and then it gets brighter and brighter?
Wait, I think that, like, it isn't exactly a light, but it's like a golden starlight. So if you get them on the ceiling,
Oh yeah.
lots of light, and if you have all that light, when you turn the lights off, it will slowly come to action. You can see them starting and making them shine.
Yeah, indeed. They're all